So first year, I'm living with Kayvon Javaharian, which, for those of you who don't know, he's probably the nicest guy you're ever going to meet. He's also the clumsiest, kind of a klutz, but very, very good guy. And so first year we both get into WashU, we decide to live together, and my big sib at the time was Andrew Linkugel. He graduated a year ahead of us. And I remember telling Kayvon all the time about Andrew and how he was giving me all this advice. I would meet up with him for dinner, for lunch. We'd grab beers together, stuff like that. And also, Andrew was a social chair. And I was a social chair. I am a social chair. And so I would tell Kayvon how I'm going to Andrew for advice on social chair activities. At the same time, I would tell Kayvon how I had to approach Andy Weigert in room 100 for these same type of social chair activities, for social chair funding, room reservation spaces like that. I was constantly using the names Andy and Andrew. Of course, I was using them to refer to two different people, Andy Weigert and Andrew Linkugel. Kayvon was under the impression that was one person. So he'd approach him, and half the time he'd use Andy, much to Andrew's confusion. And sometimes he'd use Andrew. And it got to the point where Kayvon was so confused, he actually approached Andrew once and was like, "Hey man, what do you want to be called?" To which Andrew was like, "I want to be called Andrew. That's my name." Later on, when I would still use the name Andy, referring to Andy Weigert, this confused the shit out of Kayvon. And Kayvon still didn't really know what to call Andrew. And I'm pretty sure just resorted to things like, "Hey man," or "What's up?" and just avoiding his name all, together. Because he thought Andy was actually Andrew, a second-year medical student who's one of his peers, when Andy sent out emails about events, I remember one of the times Kayvon was late. I think it was Medball. He was late getting his payment in. And I was like, "Oh, just let Andy know." He goes, okay. And he sends an email to Andrew to Andy, I'm even confusing it now. He sends an email to Andy saying, "Shit, man, I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to get this shit to you as soon as possible." Which is probably not the most appropriate thing to send Andy. But luckily, Andy's a pretty cool guy. So still, Andy was nice about it. And he didn't give away the fact that, he's in the administrative department and he's not a student to be talked to like that. So, because, Kayvon was late to this payment for Medball, I remember once he came, he told me about how he approached Andrew with his money. Because I told him, just go to Andy and give him the money. He's fine, just go give him the money. So Kayvon approaches Andrew, and he's just like, "Hey, Andrew. And, it's just like, here's my money for Medball." And, Andrew goes, "Okay, listen, you don't need to turn this into me. There's a guy in room 100 you can go to for this." And Kayvon's like, "Oh, all right." And before he leaves, he's just like, "I just want to say that I am very impressed that, you're always, coordinating these events and these social functions, and still, there was no, Andrew thought he was referring, Kayvon was referring to, Andrew Linkugel's social chair functions." So Andrew was just kind of flattered and was like, "Thank you. I'm surprised that you're so appreciative of my second-year social chair duties. It's very nice. I've never had a first year come up to me and thank me for being a social chair." So later on in the year, this is actually late April. We're prepping for the first year class show, and so I go in to Andy Weigert's office in room 100 to talk about social chair funding for the class show. And I come out to meet up with Kayvon for lunch, and I had learned in my meeting with Andy that Andy actually had a few kids. And so I come out of my meeting, I'm talking with Kayvon, and I was just like, I was like, "Dude, I did not know this, but Andy has a few kids." And Kayvon's mind just, boom. He just his jaw dropped. He was just like, wait, what? He has kids too? He was like, oh my god, how does he do it? And I was like, so I mean, it's impressive, I guess, having kids, but like, I mean, it's also it's your job to, coordinate the emails. He's like, no, but he's coordinating the emails. He's got kids. He's dealing with your social chair stuff. All of which I was still like, yeah, but I mean, like, I can still see him doing it. And he's like, yeah, but he's also a second-year medical student? This is nuts! And I was like, he's a second-year medical student? He said, what? You fucking moron!